Dear students, today we will know about water oxidizing complex and how this complex actually operates. The water oxidizing complex is a manganese calcium oxide based cluster embedded in photosystem 2 which oxidizes water in with high turnover frequency. It is otherwise also known as oxygen evolving complex and is surrounded by four core proteins of photosystem 2 at the membrane lumen interface. Dear students, as we all know, when the electrons are ejected to high orbitals by chlorophyll molecules with its reaction center P680, when it gets a flash of light, do not come back to the same chlorophyll molecules. We have already discussed this in non-cyclic pathway of light reaction of photosynthesis. The electrons in this case are actually accepted by NADP plus, which is reduced to NADPH plus H plus, and this reducing factor along with ATP are used in the assimilation of carbon dioxide in the dark reaction of photosynthesis. As a result of all these, an electron hole is created in the chlorophyll molecules, and this hole is filled up by the electrons from water molecules through an electron carrier, that is tyrosine Z. The photosynthetic cells actually have evolved a special type of system which splits a pair of water molecules into proton, electron, and molecular oxygen. And this is shown here when two molecules of water is split. The four electrons that are released simultaneously, but these electrons are not accepted by P680 because P680 can accept only one electron at a time. So, how this is done? This was explained by Bessel-Koch in 1970, and he suggested that electron generating complex in photosystem 2 could exist in several different transient states of oxidation, and he called these states as S states. There are actually five such states. This we can see it here with the help of a diagram. Yes, we can see it here. These states are S0, S1, S2, S3, and S4. S4 being the most oxidizing and S0 the most reduced one. Yes, most oxidizing and the most reduced one. What happens actually in darkness? The water oxidizing clock is either in S0 or S1 state, but the more predominant one is S1 state. Yes, this is S1 state. After one flash of light, P680 loses an electron and becomes P680 plus, that is the oxidized form, and it must eventually be reduced by an electron. The flash of light at the same time also converts clock from S0, either S0 to S1, or if the clock starts at S1 state, it is converted to S2 state. The electron released during the conversion of the state fill the electron hole in P680. Yes, we can see it here through tyrosine Z. Then a second flash creates another P680 plus and boosts the conversion of S2 to S3. Yes, S2 to S3. An electron is released and goes to P680 through tyrosine Z. And a third flash of light converts S3 to S4 state. This we can see it here. And then again electron goes to P680 through tyrosine Z. But for the complex to reset to the lowest state, that is S0, yes, that is shown here, it is shown here, S0, it uses 2 molecules of water to pull out 4 electrons. We have seen it here, can see it here, 2 molecules of water, and we have seen that how water splits and produce 4 electrons. And this is done by the fourth photon of light, because four photon of light is essential for the split of water molecules. And this fourth photon has got sufficient amount of energy for the oxidation of water. Now, this is all about how this water oxidizing complex operates, or how this clock works, and fill up the gap created by the ejection of electrons by the chlorophyll molecules of P680. Now, it is also believed that manganese is involved in the cyclic conversion of S0 to S4 states, and this manganese is associated with a specific protein in PS2. Chloride ions have also been found essential for keeping the clock running. Perhaps they are required for neutralizing the positive charge of protons. These ions are bound to the proteins. Other ion, calcium, is also essential for both the splitting of water and operation of photosystem 2 reaction center. Calcium ions are also appear to play some structural role as well as regulatory role in photosystem 2. So this is all about water oxidizing complex and how it operates. So this is all about, and this is very much in your syllabus. So we must know how this water oxidizing complex, or otherwise known as, sometimes we call it water oxidizing clock, or we call it also oxygen evolving complex. So we must know how this clock works, and how these clocks actually help in the filling up the gap, or filling up the gap of chlorophyll molecules, which eject the electrons when it receives a flash of light. So this is all about water oxidizing complex. So thank you very much.